And my mouth. Jesus, that's horrible. Whew, okay. You right, guys? This is Collie George Jones doing English homework, where my lovely English teacher, Miss Dale, from what I've heard, I don't know, I was too ill to go into school this morning, set us homework where we had to look at the Gothic in different texts. Now, I hope this classifies as a text, or else I'm pretty screwed. But anyway, on with the show. I've tried to pick this certain part of Outlast because personally it symbolises the Gothic to me. I'm a solitary male, passive, not a female, which is usually what the Gothic is, stuck in a dark, gloomy environment with supernatural horror forces trying to work against me. As certain things pop up, I will be sure to tell you about them. So, okay, I'll try not to scream. Oh dear. I wouldn't say I'm particularly happy about that noise. So as you can see, here is our horror element. Exaggerated. Now there should be blood, there's really not in this particular bit, but there's your blood and darker element. Now this particular part, as I probably have cut thing for you to hear, is very psychological horror, very much so. Mess with your mind, which is one of the main basis of the Gothic, the idea of being of entrapment, because we can only ever hear the monsters in this particular part of the game. We never see them, and it really messes with your mind. Right now, anybody who's slightly squeamish and doesn't like horror elements, I'm now going to display a dormant sexual desire, usually violent, within the Gothic. And within this game, it's the idea of the monster, or the monstrous, and his dormant sexual desire. Well, I wouldn't say it's very much dormant, but this draws on elements of the blood, the gore, and the idea of wanting and longing usually a sexual partner, as is shown, as I'm about to show you, through the Gothic, through horror, but how the monsters usually, I want to say, messed up in some sort of way, so can never really achieve that goal, because this passive female, or in this case passive male, doesn't go along with what the monster wants. So yeah, look away now if you don't. But this is the idea of that. You've got the gore. I hope this is acceptable for an English class. There we go. That's enough of that, I think. But then when the monster in Gothic finds out that the person is here, an opportunity opens itself up to fulfill those desires or those certain roles that he wishes of himself. And that is usually the key element as to why you've got a solitary male that's doing all these violent things, and the passive one that's running away because of this monster or monstress that's trying to fulfill his or her role in their own mind. Now, as you can see in this certain text, the monster is in search of a wife, fulfilling some sort of 1940s family husband and wife role, as you could tell from the 1940 style music that was on earlier. Now, there's a lot of blood around, which is also very symbolic of the Gothic. The over-exaggeration of blood also. Just gonna mosey out here. And here's proof of that 1940 stereotypical woman that this monster wants for himself, causing this gothic environment. The exaggeration of blood, the needing of a woman in his life, etc., etc. It's all very... I don't really know where I'm going with this. I think I'm ending up actually trying to explain why this person's an absolute nutter. I don't think was the point of the homework.
A delicacy to be unwrapped and unwrapped again.
Anyway, as you can see from the monster himself, he's got very exaggerated scarring on his face, blood, that horror element that is very stereotypical of the Gothic. For example, my English set, which I'm doing this for, will be able to reflect back to the images Miss Dale, my English teacher, gave us on our very first English lesson back this year, where we were told to match up pictures together into categories. Now, me and my partner did, because we were put into pairs, match together the idea of the monster, the zombie, the vampire, etc., etc. And this very much fits in with that, with the exaggerated scarring, you know, the horror element of stereotypically a monster. Now, I'd just like to say, I know this is very, very different from my usual YouTube antics. However, when this homework was proposed, I thought this would be a perfect thing to do. So here we go. I've done it. It should be up shortly. If by some incredible reason you guys like it, just leave me a comment and I will try and apply different literary things. God, my English teacher's going to kill me. Different things such as the Gothic, such as feminism, for example, to different games of your choice. If not, this will just be a one-off thing, I expect. So don't get too caught up with, oh, it's not going to do any more Battlefield, it's not going to do any more Destiny, for example. Those videos will still be going up. However, if you did like this video, just give it a like and tell me what you liked about it, and I might even do another one. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.